Talofa PROM family. Due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, we haven't been able to host another prom on island as previously scheduled. With this being our first virtual open mic, we appreciate your patience with us. And if any unforeseen circumstances or technical difficulties arise during this open mic, we apologize in advance. We also wanted to touch base with our viewers on a second ongoing pandemic, which has superseded our lifetime and has been a struggle for generations before us. The systematic oppression and racism towards people of color, primarily blacks in America, is something that needs to not only be a continuous conversation, but proactivism towards a better society for all.
Racism is taught. Because we have this platform, it is our responsibility to help people better understand that racism is not okay in any way, shape, or form, whether that's within your own culture or with other races. We as the youth have the power to change the world. So let's stand united with our brothers and sisters in the Black community.
With that being said, this virtual open mic has a theme that all performing artists worked with, which is the topic of mental health. Personal mental health issues are something that many Samoans and Pacific Islanders internalize, never fully express publicly or privately, and may not know how to better cope with or know how to seek help.
So we want to help. Disclaimer, the following performances may be a trigger for those who suffer from depression, anxiety, post-traumatic experiences, or suicidal thoughts. If you need someone to talk to, feel free to reach out to us. We have professional and personal resources to help you. This is a topic that we hold close to our hearts, especially because I suffer from depression and anxiety.
We hope by showcasing topics on mental health submitted by the youth of American Samoa that you know you're not alone.
On a lighter note, let's talk about voting and prizes. We originally wanted to keep this for the youth in American Samoa, but the topic of mental health was extremely difficult for many to perform.
So we decided to open the prizes to all original pieces that you will hear tonight. The best original piece voted by you virtually through multiple platforms will win $100, and 2 randomly selected $50 prizes will be pulled from all performers.
How to vote. All original pieces will have a number at the top left of the screen. Comment the number of your favorite original piece. You can only vote one time. We will do our best to vet out multiple votes.
You have 24 hours to vote. Voting closes tomorrow on Monday, June 1st at 6 p.m. American Samoa time, which is 7 p.m. Hawaii time and 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Prizes will be posted on Wednesday, June 3rd.
As you will see tonight, there are many different ways to cope with your mental health. Tonight will showcase only a few forms of expression.
We're going to start off the open mic with an arrangement by Amin Johnson, who combats his mental health by creating music. So grab a drink, grab a snack, and enjoy.
Welcome to Pacific Roots Open Mic.
How's it going, prom? My name is Amin Johnson, and I'm going to be recording this arrangement that I did for this month's prom. Hope you enjoy it.
Talofa PROM family, my name is Tamiana, and this is an original poem entitled A Conversation with Myself. They say it takes a village to raise a child. Growing up, I've seen just one spark ignite a flame. That flame can either fuel the village or burn the entire village to the ground. One spark, one fire, one child, with the potential to change everything. Sounds like a movie, huh? But this is real life in American Samoa, you see. Sometimes it's bigger than trying to find the right words to rhyme. Deeper than scribbled thoughts recited from a page. Sometimes poetry is the only time I'm completely honest with myself, and in order to do that, sometimes you must dig deep down into your soul, battling inner demons, even if you don't want to, especially if it hurts, speaking only from your chest until your truth is understood. Do you understand me? Because most adults in American Samoa don't. You see, I used to quote Instagram captions just to get a reaction, post photos on Facebook a certain way because I knew it would get more likes. That social media validation for the dopamine high is a dangerous addiction. Speaking of confliction, this ice addiction in American Samoa is even worse, yet our government refuses to take this battle against drugs more seriously, just like how our government refuses to take most of us in this room, the youth of American Samoa, more seriously. You don't believe me? Let's break it down for you. There's about 17,000 students in school right now, a couple thousand at ASCC. Our island has a population of about 55,000 people, so generally speaking, that's 1/3 of our island still in school. Yet with 32 government departments, over 6,000 ASG workers, how many young adults under 25 years old or even under 30 are appointed and leading the government sectors? Think about it. How many can you name? Yet most of us can easily name countless friends, cousins, and people we know who have moved on to the States, searching for something else. Can you blame our people who don't want to return home? We, the youth, are the heart of American Samoa, yet are mostly treated like we are the butts of our elders' jokes. Are we a joke to you? I fail to see the part where I'm supposed to laugh with you. Besides athletics, where are the after-school programs to teach our kids passion? Why aren't we being taught lessons on Samoan and Pacific Islander language, culture, and history? Why does it feel like every single decision on this island is made by someone over 40 without ever listening to someone under 20? And this comes at the cost of our Samoan culture. They say, do as you're told. Know your place. You do not have a voice. We will not ask your thoughts. We will make you do the work from start to finish and then take most, if not all, credit for your effort. This is the way of the culture. They say, this is how it's always been. No, I do not agree. You see, there's a line between knowing your place and respecting your elders, and the culture we have now was not the way it's always been. Leadership monetizing for personal gain, not for the benefit of our island, not for the benefit of our community, using church through God to fund tax-exempt bingos 6 days a week, abusing the art of respect to sexually assault those without a voice, using kids through families to sacrifice their time and hard-earned money, using and abusing over and over again. It gets to a point where you stop believing in fairy tales, where you stop listening to the gossip on social media, where you stop waiting on others. This is why I believe it's going to take our generation to change our island for the better. We see the corruption flooding Samoan news and Talane every single day. We not only see the mistakes our elders have made, but we also know how to make changes for the better. So put us into positions of power and we will show you how it's done. Trust us. We've been waiting our entire lives for this opportunity, but until that day comes, my people, we need to be strong, not shady. Remain hungry, not lazy. Remember this pain, passion, and fire burning inside your soul. Let it fuel your daily journey inside your village, throughout the islands, and anywhere your roots eventually settle down into, because we still have such a long way to go. And this message is a reminder to myself that this right here, this is only the beginning. Thank you.
I shed tears at night. Till the morning, I'm on my way. I see my mama and my papa struggling. Tell my dreams, I'm on my way. I fear the ceiling could come crashing on my head. Tell my mention I'm on my way. I shot love out of my life. Tell the stranger I'm on my way. I read fast through life that I forgot where I have been. Tell my purpose I'm on my way. I cling to what's not important in life. Tell my worth I'm on my way. I made wrong decisions most of the time. Tell my right path I'm on my way. I no longer want to see people suffering. Tell the pain I'm on my way. I fought with my demons. Tell the sorrow I'm on my way. I've experienced multiple road bumps. Tell the highest peaks I'm on my way. I've seen dark days imaginable. Tell the horizon I'm on my way. I pray for my pain to go away. Tell my strength I'm on my way. I waste my time on the wrong people. Tell my true friend I'm on my way. I refuse to talk to others about my problems. Tell the stubbornness I'm on my way. I find comfort in my own box. Tell the 7 wonders of the world I'm on my way. I give up when I try too much. Tell my college degree I'm on my way. I hit the ground when I fail. Get the letter I'm on my way. I struggle alone. I go through everything on my own. I give too many chances. I know they're taking it for granted. I punish my body when I'm depressed. I only hear my voice like I am possessed. I torture myself for being a mess. I have many secrets I need to confess. But I will change who I am. I will be better for my family. I will be stronger than ever before. I will carry all the weight. Just tell the world I'm on my way.
This original poem, written by myself, is entitled Her Best Friend, Pain. For 17 years, she has shed more than 1 million tears. With so many heartbreaks, betrayal, fake friends who call themselves ride or die, pain was always with her, along her side. She never learned to love herself because she was busy giving love to wrong people, and she was always doubting herself. In the mirror, she would stare and ask, do they really care? Am I flawless? Am I perfect? Am I worthless? Am I worth it? Am I skinny? Am I fat? These are the burning questions she would ask. Therefore, it took her a while to realize that she wore pain just like a smile. She surrounded herself with people that didn't even realize that pain was slowly eating her up inside. She became addicted to pain. It was like this force that drove her insane. Pain were like drugs that could make everything numb. Pain was a friend to expect when the obstacles would come. But what she did not realize is that she allowed pain to control her life. So now you know what drove her insane. It's because she was no stranger to pain. Thank you.
Talofa, my name is Ochri. The title of the song I'm singing is called Now. It's an original piece that I wrote several years ago, featuring lyrics in the rap portion of the song by a good friend named Duke Elisaya, who's never actually heard how I incorporated his lyrics into the song. So if you know where he's at, let him know about the song so he can have a listen. Enjoy. And that's Baby in the background. She'll be singing with me. that you're gone. Sometimes I feel all alone. Sometimes I feel like you left me here on my own. Sometimes it's hard to see the reasons behind everything. No, it ain't easy when you lose someone you love. A few years have passed, oh yeah. Oh, how long will this sadness last? The tears, they flow like it'll never end. No, no, oh no. This pain is just too real, so real. Oh, this is how I feel. No, it ain't easy when you lose someone you love. But I have learned to accept that things don't change, but we can change and use our pain. Turn it round and break this frown. Put a smile up on my face, and I have learned to find the strength in hurts. Hard as it may be, it's worth it. Learn from all the past mistakes. Look forward to them better days, yeah. And know everything's gonna be okay. 'Cause when the wind comes, I'm chilling under the palms, reminiscing about you and how it's been so long. It's a trip 'cause every time I hear my cell phone ring, I think your name is gonna pop up on my cell phone screen. Music as my comfort, many times I sing, my head full of melodies strumming on these 6 strings. I know I'm supposed to let go and move on in life, but them daily reminders, they bring in tears to my eyes. I'm finally understanding that life's unfair, waking up every morning just knowing you ain't there. And every time I get home, I'm greeted by silence. I've never been domestic, but I'm starting to think about violence. But I must stay strong and do what you wanted me to. Put my faith in God and thinking for pulling me through. The next time I dream, drop in for a visit case so we can catch up, chill, and just kick it. Oh, I have learned to accept that things don't change, but we can change and use our pain. Turn it around and break this frown. Put a smile up on my face, and I've learned to find the strength in hurts. Hard as it may be, it's worth it. Learn from all the past mistakes. Look forward to them better days, yeah. And know everything's gonna be okay. Look forward to them better days. Everything's gonna be okay now. Loving memory of me and Duke's brothers. That's what the song was about. Peace, y'all.
O all problems. O ayalo me moi bi for my get depressed. Shh, kaika. Ulo ko kale kikinga, mengai ku your problems. These are the words that for the past 18 years of my life I have embedded into my mind and my soul. Mental health, as the dictionary defines it, includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. We come to school so that we are educated about choosing our career paths and finding jobs with big incomes. But do you ever ask yourself, why can't we be taught how to live in a state of depression? No one teaches us how important our conscious and unconscious thoughts are. Too often, I'm told by my so-called role models that problems come to you because you look for it. But isn't that part of life? You say you love me, I'm your blood. But the instant I say, oh, I feel insecure, I'm not pretty or worthy enough, you choose to break me down emotionally and mentally by comparing me to my peers. You will never be like her, Kaniko, and she'll never be a disappointment like you. I have tried my best to shut up my thoughts and my potty mouth so that I would never disrespect someone who is older than me. But in all honesty, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being second to the last. I'm tired of putting others before me. I'm tired of being left all alone. I am tired of taking care of others when I've always been at my lowest. No one has held my hand or has wiped my tears except for me. Most nights, I cry myself to sleep with no one to talk to, no one to vent to, no one to hug me and tell me, you're gonna be okay. This is why I post like I don't care about anything on social media. I portray a girl who has no problems mentally and emotionally. But it's all a phase, all for show. I can sound confident but have anxiety. I look good, but I feel like crap. I can look happy, but I've been miserable. I'm tired of it. Why is it so wrong for me to seek advice from my own blood, my own people, my own family? Is it because of our culture? Or maybe it's just because? I guess I'll never know. I have been shut out from all doors, needing that one comfort I've been longing for, but that will never happen. This has been my life. But as I take a step back and look at what I've been through, I can honestly say it has made me stronger. It has made me powerful. It has made me beautiful. With flaws and all, I don't care anymore. I have been through it all. I have endured pain. I have felt broken. I have known hardships, and I felt lost and alone. But here I stand, trying to move forward one day at a time. I will always remember the lessons in my life where it has made me a warrior, and I'm still standing. My head is held high, and I know and I believe I am worthy of so much more. I will fight, and I will keep on fighting, and don't ever think for a minute that I'll give up. Game on, world. This is the new Janelica, and she is that girl.
It travels fast and spreading like wildfire. Many living things in a planet can't comprehend because cosming is what they desire. Different thoughts spreading out all over the place. If there's someone out there that will understand me, please tell me who or just tell me your name. Peers and parents don't really get what I'm going through and can't understand my situation. It's like walking in a forest and surrounded by wild animals with unanswered questions. Most people walk in and walk out of my life but left me hanging. Can't even utter a word about how I feel, which caused numb feelings and mind literally blanking. If only my voice can be heard from a few meters away, I would have just screamed out loud and let the feeling of freedom carry my pain. These four walls are closing more every day. Someone please hear me out and tell me that everything is okay. Most of them chose to listen but won't comprehend, while I decided to keep quiet and to hide in the darkness of my silence till the end. My depressing thoughts are running around and are like music to my ears. Don't tell me that you can help me, because in the next few minutes, you won't be here. No matter how hard I try to explain briefly, but you still won't understand. It's like I was meant to be alone, because later on you will let go of my hand. Not having people that can understand me in my life makes me feel depressed. If you know that you can't be here for me, then walk away to make it hurt less. Sometimes they can't hear, but they will only listen. Don't give me hope, because you'll only cause old scars to deepen. Mysterious person, please appear in my dreams and hear me out. Tell me that I'll be okay and that you can hear me out loud and clear so I can shout.
Hi, my name is Carlina, and this is an original piece I wrote called The Big Sad. The first thing I learned about in college was the big sad. Something that I didn't understand, but I always had. Something that I didn't have the words for, so I was always mad that I couldn't give voice to this weight that I dragged. And then I learned about depression and anxiety. It became harder for my mind to lie to me, so the first thing that I did was ask for help. That's when I began to learn about mental health. I was in behavioral therapy, I had a psychiatrist, went to group counseling. I walked into every single room announcing, I have depression and I can't stop worrying. They said, sit down, talk to me, stop hurrying. You can't get rid of all your problems in one night. They won't go away with a single pill or in a single fight. But once I knew these things were in me, I wanted out. I didn't want to know what these feelings were about. I wanted to leave it behind, set it aside. I didn't want to confront my mind, let it reside inside me. Yes, I went to seek help. It was necessary. But accepting everything they said, though, was really scary. Can I afford to think about my mental health? Can I afford to invest time to know myself? It's getting harder as darker things start to bother me, the constant fear of failure, the state of our society. My thoughts pull, but then school starts to overrule. They give me tools, they give me rules, they take my fuel. Paying money, getting nothing here to play the fool. Exit as an empty shell, but people treat you like a polished jewel. In school, people saw my mind as monetary, a library of knowledge, a revolutionary. Then these total strangers came in and called their bluff, saying calling her a genius has hurt her long enough. They dissected all the pressure, the stressors, my fear of giving up. They laid it out in pages in the cages that kept my mind corrupt. I sat there and I asked them, how am I supposed to feel? These things make me feel broken. And they said, these things make you real. The fact that I'm struggling, the fact that I'm having a hard time, the fact that I'm pushing, the fact that I'm trying to stay alive. That's what makes me a real person. My wins, my losses, the work I put in. I wake up every day working, trying to get better. But this weight is something that I'll carry forever. Maybe it won't be as easy. Maybe it'll just make me stronger. But I can't pretend that this will end, that it's something I can conquer. For as much work as I put in, there are still some days that I wake up and I'm so frustrated that I feel this way. I can try to run, but these feelings are here to stay. And it doesn't feel like strength. It just feels like mind decay. But at least there is another day. At least there is another time. At least I get another chance to make a dime, to make the climb. I guess I just want you to realize that it can be so easy to romanticize what I'm going through, but I never want to fantasize all these things happening to you. You don't want my late nights, my loss of sleep. You don't want my tears, my fears that run too deep. You don't want my rage. You don't want my worry. You don't want my panic. You don't want to be dying and then be called dramatic. You don't want my thoughts that drive me manic. You don't want these feelings. They're too hard to manage. So don't pretend. Don't lie. Don't be the boy who cries wolf when the wolves want to cry. Just be an ally. Be a friend. Just be there to listen so less lives have to end. Let's talk about our feelings so that we can try and start to mend and have conversations without trying to argue or condescend. It's something that I'm still trying to work on, and I'm trying to get better. And if it happens that you and I share the same endeavor, reach out. Let me know. You don't have to go through this alone, because I can try to understand you, and you can try to understand me, and hopefully we can learn to grow and heal vulnerably. Thank you.
A Smile is a Bridge by Anonymous. A smile is a bridge with water flowing under it. A smile is a bribe with teeth to bite you with. A smile means joy, even if it's not the truth. A girl smiles towards a boy. What can she possibly lose? A smile can take you far, but to smile can be very tough. A smile is all they need, and for me, that's enough.
Hey, my name is Troy. And I'm TJ. And today we are going to be playing a cover of One Day by Matissa. Here it is. Make sure to check out J Book's new single featuring CLC on June 5th.
They talk about float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, but they don't know about the dark side of me. It's got me all messed up inside of my head. It's got me wishing I was already dead. Fortunately, when it's all done and said, I can finally be sound asleep in my bed. And the wounds may heal, but the scars don't fade away. Catch me on my knees at night as I pray. Hold on. I'm about to relapse. Someone pull me out of this flashback. Time is broke. There's a crack in my wristwatch. Now I'm jumping life like I'm playing hopscotch. Reloading my weapon. I'm looking to heaven, hoping God will speak to me soon. But reality is gripping. This stuff got me wishing that all of the lies will be true. He delivered Daniel out of the lion's den. So why am I thinking all of this will never end? Maybe it's too late. Maybe it's 'cause I'm too blind to see the light. Maybe it's 'cause I'm too weak to fight. Looking in the mirror, I just don't see myself. Instead, staring back is a blob of regret, pain, and doubt. But seeing past the bloody mouth, beyond the swollen eye, and you'll find that I'll keep fighting until I die. How happiness went from a maybe to an always. How being angry turned to a smile every waking day. And how in a situation with the knife to my throat, somehow it seems to shine with a glimmer of hope. On my knees, in tears, praising the man above, for making me see that I'm surrounded with love. Been down that rabbit hole and back, seen the other side of life, stayed in the wrong long enough. It's time for me to get right. So forget the bottle, the bullet, the needle and the pills. I'ma face this with nothing but my smarts and pure will. And if I get knocked down flat, I got my family to pick me up, 'cause I know they always got my back. All the bruises and scratches as I take on the masses of demons inside. Down a long stretch of road where my story told up until my last ride. And I feel like there's a disconnect between my spirit and my mind. But over time, I'ma build up the bridges I burned. And apologize for all of my poisonous words. All the people I've hurt. Or maybe worse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the tears that were shed. And words that were said to worry. Now my mind is clear. And I'm finally here. I'ma face all my fear. Leave the past in the rear. This is where I rise and stand until the morning sun. And I'll be singing praises until kingdom comes.
Hi, my name is Tinash Cummings, and this is my poem, Red Rainbow. I don't know much about my mental health. My friends say I'm a little bipolar. Well, I think I have ADHD, where you get distracted in things. Oh, look, a rainbow. Or what if it was something else? Ding, you got a notification. Ding, got a notification. Ding, got a notification. Ola likes your photo. Shania sent you questions. Lena says, hey, and there's schoolwork coming at me. I never liked homework, but now everything is homework. Ding, Miss J says to read chapter 5. We are learning about atoms. Maybe I'm a free-running electron in titanium. I can go anywhere, but I know where my end is. Aren't atoms always next to each other? Am I supposed to keep my electrons socially distanced? Is that even good for my mental health? When you go from happy to sad, am I supposed to be happy all the time? Ding! This time it's an alarm. Wake up! You're dreaming. Oh, look, another rainbow. What if the rainbow was only red? What if the only emotion people can feel is happiness? Would they really be happy? What if you put a violet in a bush of roses? Someone would take it out, right? Like an outcast in school, they take you out. Life is a journey, they say. Everyone has a side of the story. Some have good endings, some don't. That's life. Your mental health is your responsibility. No matter what happens, you're the one to fix it. Fix or don't fix. Your choice. Oh, look, another rainbow. Red, orange, yellow. Ding! So pretty. Oh, look, it's shaped like a bridge to Magical Land. So inviting. But what if it was only red? It would look like a red carpet, a bridge to Magical. It would look like a red carpet, only for the wealthy brains. Ding! You got a notification. You do belong. Red Rainbow.
Hi, my name is Penehuru Williams. People call me Pene. And this is called Yours Truly, Anxiety. Dear Pene, today was your third date with Timmy, and just before y'all said goodbye, he told you he liked you. And I thought it was cute, how your heart danced in the sky like fireworks in July. But let me just ask you, why? Why would he like you? You've seen yourself in the mirror, how you stand there, a collection of flaws that cling to you like shadows on corner walls. I'm sure you've seen all the things you wish to change, exchange, or rearrange, but you can't, and you hate it. And so you hate yourself. So how can he like you? Dear Penne, it's cool that you've been dating Timmy for a while now, but let's not jump the gun on those wedding vows. Because what if he stops liking you? What if he wakes up to realize that you aren't the prize he thought you were? What if he finds someone better? Because, let's be honest, you're not exactly Adonis, the Greek god of desire and beauty. I know he calls you cutie, but do you really think he means it? And how can you believe it? Look at you. Your body is scarred like lines on wrinkled paper. You have an obsession with punctuality and time. You always need to follow a set design. You fall apart when things are running behind, when they are misaligned and unrefined. Do you honestly think you're fine? Your heart is bruised. Your soul is empty. Remember that time you needed therapy? Penne, listen carefully. What you have with Timmy, it's gonna end terribly. I'm just saying. Dear Penne, I see things between you and Timmy haven't been so smooth. Haven't I been telling you this truth? That you'd eventually find some way to mess it up, that he'd realize you're just not good enough? Do you think it was your physique that pushed him away? Or was it your constant need to be reassured because you're so insecure? It's funny that you always strive for perfection, but all you ever seem to be worth is rejection. How do you get up every day? And that smile? I see the graveyard locked behind your teeth, stemming from the hurt you push far beneath. I see the demons that dance behind your eyes, and I laugh with them every time you say you're fine, because what lies? Dear Penne, look, I'm sorry Timmy left you, but if I'm being honest, you deserved it. For thinking you even had a chance at being happy, as if I haven't taught you anything. I have been with you your whole life, a constant reminder of your inadequacies, keeping track of the casualties of your attempts to be more than what you're worth, which, by the way, isn't much. So let me wrap this lesson up, okay? Penne, you're broken. Like a kaleidoscope of shattered glass, you're a reflection of disfigured geometry. You're the cracks in the sidewalk people step over to avoid. You're a human crater, the aftermath of the earth destroyed. You are the void, the endless abyss, the empty oblivion that no one will miss. And don't get me wrong, okay? I'm not the villain. Because when you realize that you are no one and you are nothing, you'll see that you'll always have me. Yours truly, Anxiety.
This original piece was written by myself, Ruth Utu. Hope you enjoy!
My brain conquers the thoughts in my mind. It takes over the actions I do throughout life. Depression is like a curse I feel every day. This misery and pain keeps coming my way. This suffering from hardship, from being depressed, I feel empty inside, nothing more but always less. What did I do to deserve such agony? I keep yelling and yelling to please set me free. I took sight of myself as I stared with gloom. Light left my brain whereas darkness filled the room. This melancholy feeling hits like a distraction. The sadness and grief I learned from depression. I tried and I tried, but it won't let go. Depression is hard, in case you didn't know. I cried sometimes for literally no reason. Is it because no one cared? Or no one ever listened? I feel like a puzzle that can't be solved. It's sad how in my situation no one wants to be involved. Why does this happen?
I'm being treated unfair. Too bad no one knows. No one even cares. But no one bothered to just simply ask. So I hide my pain behind my smile as a mask.
Listen, I'm not preaching, I ain't perfect. I know that I still need work, and I know I could do more for the world beyond my curtains. I know families lost some people and now they hurting. I know life ain't a guarantee while my death is certain. I know some of y'all don't believe in the way we living. I know some people need some better living conditions. I know some people used to love having conditions. I know some people lack love. I hope y'all healing. Hope y'all listen when I cite this verse. This from love while I write these words. I put some pain in this ink so y'all can feel what I speak. I shed tears on my sink, feel like I lost my nerves. On the sunniest of days, used to feel the rain. And on the biggest of occasions, I hid my pain. With no rhyming and no reason, and I used to think my life was a mess. But it wasn't, still yet I had this weight on my chest. Couldn't tell you where it came from, why I put this pressure on myself until my pain numb. Feeling like me and my enemies are the same one. Now I'm paranoid on sunny days, expecting the shade for when the rain come. And I ain't write this for no sympathy. I wrote it so y'all know it's common ground between you and me. I let y'all know I feel that pain and speaking fluently, and show y'all how I overcame and who I grew to be. And I'm still going. Yeah.
Okay, hi. So, this is an original poem and I called it Unhooked. Since we're talking about mental health, I have done like years of self-discovery and therapy to get over this, but this is like one of the main sources and causes of all of my pain. So I decided to write a poem about it. And, you know, just getting better every day. So this is Unhooked. Hoping, wishing, waiting, praying for you to leave, sir. I met you when I was just a child, the ripe age of the terrible twos, and through our first encounter, I lacked the knowledge to know what was in store. You first put your hands on me when I was 4, bizarre psychological punishments, and more. This became our daily dance. I thought most children got to play and prance, but you never gave me that chance. You took my light with every raise of hand, mock and comment, embedding me with my lack of self-worth prematurely. My first suicidal thought arose when I was 8. You made me hate myself that much. It's harsh to say that you may or may not be the bane of my existence, but I live and I show my persistence. I was 11 when you referred to me as sexy. Goosebumps swarmed my body and my stomach turned. You doused me with gasoline and let me burn. 11 years out of my life, I endured you. The pain and suffering you had inside, you pushed on a little girl. You forced me to call you dad, but aren't they supposed to give little girls the world? Something you robbed me of, sir. Although you're gone, the pain still lingers. I've had countless relationships slip through my fingers. And mental stability, never heard of her. You've branded me, slapped me with a label, and made me your property. How am I supposed to have anyone else treat me properly? I can call you every name in the book, but I am better than that, and I unattach your hooks. You'll never catch me sinking to your level. So miss me with your misogyny, sir, because I prefer kindness anyways, and you have to live the life of a coward every day. So I will thrive, and I will be a better person and a better parent than you ever were. It's my time to sit back and watch you burn, sir.
a young boy, I was terrified of love. I didn't understand it, but I was scared of growing up. Finding a way to step out of my comfort zone, I was going crazy on my own. Felt like I had to choose, but it was out of my control. I would pretend to be someone that I'm not. That's when my world came crashing down. I would understand exactly how it feels to be hated for nothing than being in love with who I am right now. Oh, I hope someday I'll make it out of here, even if it takes all night or many years. Wiping my tears of depression away, hoping that the new tomorrow brings no pain. As I grew older, suicidal thought hits my face, feeling neglected and self-harmed in many ways. Accepting the fact that my family does not support the beliefs, leading to long-term effects of bullying and discrimination. Racism has kept me away from the closet, locking me away from the public. Somehow, I get stressed out of what people might say to me, as if I am an alien's child, making me lonely and forcing myself to look a smile. Suffering from mental illness due to the fact that I stand up from the crowd different. Somehow, I managed to make my way through just to be accepted like everyone else and to fit in with the crew.
Yo, what's up everybody? It's BJ.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a cover for you guys for prom, so hope you guys like it.
Bathtub, then I go to sex clubs, watching freaky people getting it on. It doesn't make me nervous, if anything I'm restless. Yeah, I've been around and I've seen it all. I get home, I got the munchies, binge on all my Twinkies, throw up in the tub, then I go to sleep, and I drink up all my money, dazed and kinda lonely. You're gone and I gotta stay high all the time to keep you off my mind. Ooh, high all the time to keep you off my mind. Spend my days on the days, try to forget you, baby, but down. Gotta stay high all the night to forget I'm missing you. Pick up daddies at the playground, how I spend my daytime, loosen up the frown, make 'em feel alive. Oh, I'll make it fast and greasy and round and way too easy. You're gone and I gotta stay high all the time to keep you out my mind. High all the time to keep you out my mind. Spend my days on the days, try to forget you, baby, but down. Gotta stay
My name is Taranuku Tofayono, and this is my original piece called Mental Health. My mental health is an issue that I need to discuss. The misuse of a disease that I was diagnosed. The chemical imbalance in my brain that causes me to feel no pain but also no love. It's tough trying to find a diamond in the rough. My happiness was like a needle in a pile of hay. When I reached it, I got pricked. The pain of losing my happiness is worse than just staying sad. Feelings disregarded, feeling unimportant, trying not to feel, but the feelings seem to flood in, especially when it's sadness. Driving on the coast at 2 in the morning, sit in your car when the rain keeps pouring, laying in your bed doing absolutely nothing, or any moment you're still breathing, because why not? It's even worse when people try to help. With their sugar-coated ways of saying, what's wrong with you, just be happy, and their misconceptions of depression, thinking that I'm acting or lacking in faith, when I don't believe I am. And trust me when I say I believe I tried it all. From sex, drugs, and booze, to reading my Bible, praying, and worshiping the roof off a room. Unfortunately, it does not help. The good news with me is that it comes and goes. The bad news is that it comes and goes. Whether it's come or gone, you probably never know, because I probably didn't ever let it show. So when I say I'm fine, I'm probably not. But also, when I say I'm fine, I might just be fine. I'm fine.
I'm going to be doing my poem now. She's always smiling. She probably doesn't need anyone to talk to. People think I'm always okay, and it's always sunshine and rainbows on my side. But it's not. What is mental health? To me, mental health is a key ingredient to a peaceful life and state of mind. In my head, I silently fight battles I would never wish on anyone. At a young age, I experienced what it felt to be mentally unstable. My dad is someone who I constantly blame for these silent battles in my head. You eat too much. You look like a pig. You don't deserve anything. To hear such words at a young age built anger, sadness, anxiety, and an unhealthy state of mind. Because of all this trauma, I would always question myself, my relationship with my friends, the life that I am living, and honestly, everything. My mental health is something I care about the most, and I do try to move on from the trauma I had experienced. But it's like a scratched CD where I have to constantly take it out, wipe it, then put it back in. Because of this, I had shed so many tears, you don't even know. But it's me, the girl who is always smiling, the girl who doesn't need anyone, the girl who is privileged, they say. As much strength I know I do have, at the end of the day, I'm still human. It is normal to feel the need to cry and just let it all out. Some days, I feel like there's a switch that controls how I feel, and when that switch is off, I don't know how to react to all the pain I have built inside. I am thankful for the people I have in my life right now. People who have listened to what I had to say without judging me. I am most thankful for our Heavenly Father for the strength and knowledge He's given me to fight this silent battle. And all I have to say to anyone who is struggling with this, protect your state of mind, protect your heart, and put yourself first. Thank you for
myself. It's life worth living, should I blast myself? Oh Lord, tell me what I'm living for. Everybody got me looking on heaven's door. People die like flies, day by day. Families are crying every day. Don't know who's fault or who to blame, but only God can bring us back in every step of the way. We all have challenges that we face, but we must have hope, but mostly face. People suffer from depression, that is not okay. They could self-destruct their life or just give it away. This ain't gonna be the same as we go on. Some people that we love will be gone. Why do we work? Why is there pain? But I'm climbing faces, everything will be okay. But today I pack my best cause I'm moving on. No more negativity, oh yeah, I'll be strong. I have faced many problems, been through worse. Why is everything good? All we have to change. I guess we don't have a choice. Only God knows people struggling, suffer from depression. Put your life in God's hands. Hell yeah, it's a blessing.
Depression and Visions by Clarence Herdrick. This is a series of internalized segments from a mind that envisions the lack of intention or perfection, yet still seems to want to speak for attention. In other words, I am an attention-seeking bore, and I brought to you some thoughts for your consideration. Imagine millions of tiny little particles that make up features of a not-so-outspoken writer. Or at least that's the first thought that comes to his mind when he describes himself, because he knows the easiest way to describe himself is as a describer, scribe, writer, hardly used to the way his thoughts move. They sway like the waves and tides he'd see every day passing by or in passing on his way to another shoreline. The scribe, describer of his environment. Since such repetition can influence your mind, I am repetitive to solidify my presence. Like the waves that shape the shore, my thoughts bounce back and forth so that somehow you'd understand me more. And just like in poetry, repetition is not weakness. Thinking of everything repeatedly means I care enough to worry about getting a point around, even if it's a tired trope of a struggling artist that wounded himself in another literary misfire. A porous chorus of ebb and flow, rejection and belonging, significance and detriment, effect and cause. Stop. Pause. The influence is kicking in, and maybe I'd said just enough too quickly, so I'll take a step back for some room. Now you can ponder, instead of drown in my worries, with a story. I was an easily impressionable boy. What I did well to people I strived for, and that meant more when I took up writing. An avenue of impressing folks, my minor notes in a line I wrote became what people see, my identity. I was Happy Sea, holding endless boats that carried your wildest dreams. I was never impressive, though. I was always the undertow, the seamless transition, the unnoticeable throwaway line in a song about time. Your time with me could be a pleasant conversation with a mirror. As it gets clearer, we see that the conversations were with ourselves, and we're all so lonely. More so, I'm so not used to telling an audience about my head. Sweet dread repeats like a broken record, so I readjust the rhythm just right, and the words come flowing back again. These words have been produced. Literary tools that emulate feeling, but they don't mean a thing. They're painting something true, a sick feeling to succumb to, death, loss, lessness, words around a core expression that exists but can never be brought into existence. So how can we address this? Sometimes I do not care enough about myself to see why I should stay, so why should I argue against it? I'd like to believe I don't have the answers, but they're in there somewhere. The journey of an individual is finding reasons to be alive for yourself. And that's hard to do, even if it feels like it's such an overwhelming bind. You can ask for help. The people that care about you would want you to. Depressions and Visions by Clarence Herdrick.
I wish I was there sitting with you on your bed as you were contemplating the many lies in your head. I wish I could stop you from believing on the lies that the best way out was death. I wish I could lock my arms around you and put your mind at peace, but who am I to make you feel at ease? I wish I was there to pull you into the light and tell you that you are loved, you were made in the image of God, and that the same God sees through your insecurities, depression, and anxiety. I wish I knew so I could tell you to hang on, everything will be alright. I wish I could reach through the phone and held your hand. Tell you to stay strong. It may be raining now, but it ain't gonna rain forever. And it's all just a plan to make you even stronger. You were a prisoner to your demons. You thought you got it, but every little minute you didn't speak up. You were slowly going through the dark and away from us until your depression hit hard and took your life. I really wish you didn't have to go like that, but I ain't know about your demons and all. I really wish that you knew that suicide don't kill pain. It only passes on to another man. It's crazy, it's been 4 years since you left us. It's even crazier that's coming out of my mouth that it's been 4 years since you left. I don't want to say it, but you left, so rest in peace. Unreal seeing rest in peace next to your name. Unreal that we were blinded by your beautiful bubbly personality, that we couldn't see the cuts on your body. In that beautiful smile we couldn't see that your soul was screaming for revival. So to all Misha's demons and bullies, congratulations, you have successfully snuffed the light out of her hands. You have successfully convinced Misha's family that we failed her, that we failed to love her. But next time you come for my family, I'ma stand tall right here and tell death to beat it.
Wingless. I was told I love too hard, that I care too much. But when has that ever been a bad thing? Is wanting the best for everyone around you wrong? Am I not supposed to feel terrible whenever I see families living in rundown homes, struggling to make ends meet on such little income, scrambling to provide a decent living for their children, or even falling apart because of drugs? With everything in life, all I've ever done has been for my inga, my people. Growing up, I became more and more passionate about making an impact at home. Every decision made, every opportunity taken, I did so with the intent of it someday contributing to the betterment of Samoa's future. Over time, I lost important people in my life, who I never gave a moment's thought that they would not be standing there with me in this tomorrow that I desperately pursued. So much planned and sacrificed, only to be further uncertain as the years drag on. The longer and farther I venture from home, the more fearful I become that I further alienate myself. When all is said and done, will I ever be embraced or even remembered? I carry the weight, dreams, and memories of so many that I never dare to abort. But my back is breaking, and there's nowhere to rest in sight. If I break, all that I carry break and fade with me. If so, what will all of this have been for? Because of them, I must never stop. I will never stop. I cannot ever stop. I was told that such pursuits that lead towards self-destruction are insane and must be abandoned, especially if they are not true and personal desires. But I am sure as the next day's rising sun that this is what I want, self-induced or fate-bound. There is so much more at stake, and I still barely cling to the belief that this is my fate, whether it ends in prosperity or doom. For me and those I carry, I own it. I am tired and recognize I grow wearier as time goes on, constantly looking above to see where my angels have gone. Then I realize my angels never left. They just lost their wings and became my inner demons.
It seems like every other day on the front page, another teenage woman stuffed in a cage. No knowing how she ended up in this situation. Praying God, please God, be my medication. She be on the down low, finna fight her own battles on the down low. And no relationship will ever be the same to her. And she gon' think that every man is the same old, same old. All he want is a piece of me, to rob me of my sanity, take all my love away, turn around and then abandon me. But truly I am sorry, sis, I'm sorry no one came through. Even when you tried to speak, ain't nobody tried to hear you. But know that I am here for you. A queen is what you are, sis. And if I can ease your pain, I'll ease it away with these guitar strings. It seems like every other day on the front page, another teenage woman stuck in a cage, never knowing how she ended up in a situation. Praying God, please God, be my medication. She be on the down low, finna fight her own battles on the down low. And no relationship will ever be the same to her. Go think that every man is the same old, same old. My God, why have you forsaken me? So far from my words of roaming, so far from saving me. Oh my God, why have you forsaken me? Yeah. So far from my words of groaning, so far from saving me. And it seems like every other day on the front page, another teenage woman stuck in a cage, never knowing how she ended up in a situation. Praying God, please God, be my medication. She be on the down low, finna fight her own battles on the down low. And no relationship will ever be the same to her. And she gon' think that every man is the same, oh, same, oh, 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 oh. Yeah. Na 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 na. Oh, 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 oh. It seems like every other day on the front page, another teenage woman stuck in a cage.
Quarantine by Yasmina Sanchez. Day 64 in quarantine, May 26, 2020. It's been 9 weeks and 1 day since my last school day. 1,536 hours since we're all sentenced to be social distance Rapunzels in our Wi-Fi equipped towers for the benefit of our physical health. Health. The state of being free of illness or injury. 92,160 minutes of giving the earth mercy. Space. Time to grow and concentrate, though it's kinda late since thousands already met their fate, but in place of the weight left by the flat heart rates, the world acclimates. The beauty of nature decorates without human interruption, sets to complicate, and the world fumigates while we self-isolate. But while the world is taking a breath, many are forced to become aware of their own breathing. Thoughts that were once fleeting, meeting the 5,529,600 seconds spent quarantining. The world fills its lungs while some are left locked to question their own hearts beating. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against social distancing or self-isolation. However, I know that there are minds unlike mine who cannot remain patient, and it's not their fault that the four-plane walls only increase agitation, left alone with their demons and thoughts, repeated confrontations with their great evils. While the world is finally on track to healing, we have to sit back and watch our people depleting, and I don't know how to feel about that just as a teen quarantining. 17.49% of 2020, and probably more to come. It's just crazy seeing both the good and the bad, not knowing which side will overtake the outcome, taking lives and minds and then some. But what about the 30% decrease in fossil fuel burning? The quality time and the new age of learning, letting lives develop, giving time to set up, to get up and find meaning. But to those who are left grieving, mind open bleeding, going through mental or physical beating, going through large bouts of time where all you can do is cry and stare at the ceiling, I'm sorry. And I know how you're feeling. Amongst the good and the bad, just try to be glad that you're alive for another evening, because no matter how dire, your life does have meaning. Just assurance. From a teen, quarantining.
Everyone's hurting, don't know what they've been through. You can go searching, it won't be long when you find that we're all hurting. Yes, we're hurting, and if I ain't in pain for me, I am in pain for you, cause you are important. Yeah, your feelings matter too, they say that you're worthless. Only cause they feel worthless too, but they're just hurting. Nobody wanna say it, but I'm here to break it, the truth. Oh, we need some moon, shooting for the show. Somebody break the code, that's all for me. I need to redeem the broken heart that has fallen way too far to know it's love. Are you still hurting? Do you know that it's a lie when they say you're worthless? Somebody fell from the sky to take your burdens. Don't shoulder it on your own. The world's way too cold to keep going on off yourself. Are you still hurting? You know it's all a lie, you wasn't working. Progress over now, we are hurting. So don't feel alone, don't go down on yourself, cause we're both running this road. Hey, your feelings matter too. They only say no worthless cause they feel so worthless too. Hey, nobody wanna say it, but I'm here to break it, the truth. We need some moon, shooting for the soul. Somebody break the code, I saw me. I need to redeem the broken heart that has fallen way too far to know it's love. So when I gonna sleep, now you're with it. Somebody died for you, he was perfect, but he took the shine for you. He's been hiding ever since the day in eternity you shed the first tear, and it touched the stain of time. You were worth it. So please don't go hiding. You're still somebody felt what it hurts like, so he could hurt for you. You are worth it. Remember it when you're hurting. No.
Well, we hope you all enjoyed our first virtual Pacific Roots open mic. Don't forget to vote and let us know your thoughts.
Depending on how everything works out, we will either plan the next open mic as a second virtual open mic with a new theme, or locally here again in American Samoa. Again, if you need someone to talk to, feel free to reach out to us. We have personal and professional resources available.
We are here for you. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time.